After more than 7 years, a prominent Midlands Mexican restaurant owner stands trial for the murder of his wife's alleged lover on Valentine's Day in 2016. Prosecutors say Greg Leone shot and killed Arturo Bravo at a Lexington County park and drive near Interstate 20 and US 378 after discovering Bravo and his wife in the back seat of a truck. Leone has owned several San Jose and Pancho's restaurants throughout the Midlands. Nick Neville is in Lexington County with details on the beginning of the trial today. Nick?
Yes, Dondi. So the state is arguing that this is a case about Greg Leone having a plan, hatching it, and seeing it through on the night of Valentine's Day 2016. The state also telling jurors to listen to Leone's own words, with prosecutors playing a 911 call that he made just shortly after the killing, where he says, "I just shot my wife and her lover." The defense saying that this is a self-defense case and honing in on the facts about what happened in that parking lot. Now, this trial has been delayed several times over the last few years due to the COVID-19 pandemic and also due to a difficulty in finding interpreters for the case. Deputy Solicitor Suzanne Mays delivering the state's opening statement, outlining how Leone became suspicious of his wife months before the murder. He takes steps to take matters into his own hands, including putting a tracker on her car. When he sees that she's arrived at the park and drive, he rushes there. This is the moment that he'd been waiting for, Mays argued. He then fires the fatal shots at an unarmed Bravo. The defense painting a very different picture of that scene, with veteran Columbia criminal defense attorney Jack Swirling telling jurors that there's an unspoken victim in this case, Greg Leone. Swirling alleging that Leone didn't know about the affair when he got there that night. The defense says Leone heard his wife scream. He hears Bravo threaten him and then sees Bravo raise his arm and start moving toward the car, which is when he shoots. The state trying to paint Leone's actions that night as that of a man with a guilty conscience who's already trying to find a way out of this mess, honing in on the fact that he calls his lawyer multiple times before then calling 911 11 minutes after he left the scene. State also trying to say that Leone tried to take matters into his own hands years later when he allegedly seeks out potential witnesses and bribes them to make false statements. The defense trying to discredit that argument by calling it a red herring, comparing it to a magician telling an audience to look the other way, saying that it has nothing to do with what happened on February 14th, 2016. The defense is also trying to ask jurors to consider what type of person Bravo could have been to have done something like this. Testimony resumes tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We will be here and provide updates. But for now, reporting in Lexington, Nick Neville, WIS News 10.
All right, Nick, thank you so much. And I know you'll be back in court tomorrow. Now, the Leone had previously been implicated in the scandal that was surrounding former Lexington County Sheriff James Metz. Leone had pleaded guilty to paying Metz money to keep undocumented restaurant workers from being deported after they were arrested. He was sentenced to probation and a fine in that case.